Hello and welcome. My name is Mark Kelly and I'm the President and CEO of Chair 10 Marketing, an internet marketing agency focused on pay-per-click advertising and search engine optimization for businesses. And welcome to Avo's latest Fireside Chat. So today we're going to talk about pay-per-click advertising. And one of the things as we talk to many of our attorney clients is that attorneys are really busy. They have not a lot of time, not a lot of spare time. And so how can they manage their pay-per-click advertising efforts in the most efficient way possible and really quickly delve in to whether it's working or not in driving new clients? Some of you may do pay-per-click advertising on your own. Many others may use an individual consultant or an agency to do that work. Whatever the setup is, what we've created is my top 5 magic questions for pay-per-click for attorneys. What are the 5 questions that you can ask to quickly ascertain how your pay-per-click advertising is doing? And so let's go through those. Number 1, this is kind of obvious, but how many leads is your pay-per-click advertising generating each month? The somewhat tricky part of this is many attorneys and other kinds of businesses do not track the phone calls that they're getting as a result of their pay-per-click ads. So when we talk about the total pay-per-click leads per month you're getting, you need to be taking all of those people that click on your pay-per-click ads and specifically track how many of them called you and also how many of them came to your website and filled out an online form. If you don't track both of those aspects, you're oftentimes missing out on half of the leads that your ads are actually generating. So, number 1, ask how many leads are being created. That is tantamount. You got to know that. Number 2, average cost per lead. You need to know with your pay-per-click advertising how much each of those leads is costing you to bring in. And this is really the single most important metric that's easily ascertainable and really important to focus in on for your activities. You always need to know what this number is. Is it $50? Is it $100? Is it $300? Is it $1,000? It's going to be a different number for each practice, and you just need to understand what it is for you now and maybe where you need it to go for this to be effective. It's such an important metric that we've actually sort of broken out some more detail here, and we've got a funnel to talk about this a little bit more. So average cost per lead is the key metric, but let's start a little bit at a higher level here. So this is a funnel. You can think of it like as you use in cooking. Starts broad, gets narrower. This first number here represents the number of pay-per-click ad clicks that were obtained in a prior month. So you can think of this as maybe an attorney that focuses on bankruptcy in a certain geographic region. So they got 200 ad clicks last month through Google and through Bing. They spent $2,000 to get those ad clicks. So that's our starting point. The next thing you want to track is how many leads did you get from those clicks? So in this example, our click to lead conversion rate is 20%. So of the 20% of the 200 people that clicked on your ads, 20% either called you or filled out a form, and you ended up with 40 leads. What that does is of the $2,000 you spent, you got 40 leads. So it cost you $50 to bring in each of those leads. That's your cost per lead. So that brings us back to that magic number, average cost per lead. But let's take it a little bit further than that and explain how you need to think about the next part of this. You brought in 40 leads. You're not going to close all those leads. In this example, you've closed 25% of those leads and brought them on as new clients. So you got 10 new clients at the end of this out of your activity. So you take your $2,000 spent, you divide it by your 10 new clients obtained, and you get a metric of $200 cost per acquisition or cost per new client obtained. So what does this all mean? What's important? Why are you talking about this? Well, you need to determine in your practice how much profit do you typically make from a new client. And that could be over the lifetime of a relationship with a client, or if you have a more transactional practice, it could just be a one-time profit that you get from them. You need to know that number, and clearly that profit number needs to be higher than how much you paid to bring that client in through pay-per-click. So with your agencies or yourself, zero in on how much you're paying for cost per lead, and then calculate these other metrics so that you know your pay-per-click is on track. All right, let's move on to the rest of our magic questions. So number 3, top 5 search phrases. So with your pay-per-click advertising, you need to know where your money's going. And you could be advertising, or your agency could be advertising, on thousands of keyword phrases that people type into Google. Typically, the bulk of your spending will be on a smaller set of those phrases. So what you can ask is, hey, what are the top 5 last month, the phrases people typed in where the bulk of my money went? That's going to let you know whether you're advertising on relevant phrases or ones that are completely irrelevant. So a very important question to ask. Number 4 question is top 10 cities. So one of the powers of pay-per-click advertising is that you can focus the ads in just to people who are searching from a certain geographic area. So for example, you can just show your ads to people who are physically searching from Seattle, or people physically searching around Detroit. Whatever city you want to target, you can do that. And this is very powerful because you're going to have a marketing strategy for your practice of trying to reach people in a certain region. You need your pay-per-click ads to match up with that strategy. So you can have your agency go into the Google interface and pull the top 10 cities where you spent your money last month, and that'll quickly tell you if you're spending money in the right place. All right, so we've reached the end of our magical list, our magical journey. So now we have step 5, which is called missed opportunity. And this is the scenario where everything's going great. You've got your answers to the top 4, and you're feeling really good. All your metrics are looking good. Your funnel's looking good. This is where you figure out, are you missing opportunity? Are you leaving money on the table? And so you want to ask your agency, all right, last month, how many times could my ads have been shown in Google or Bing, but they weren't? And why would they not be shown? Well, typically money is the limiting factor. So if you've got a monthly budget of $2,000, your agency can go in and say, well, if you spent $4,000, you would have got double the number of ad clicks and potentially double the number of leads. So a final question is, what did I leave on the table? Again, my name is Mark Kelly, President, CEO of Chair 10 Marketing. You can contact us through chair10marketing.com. It's been a pleasure to have you watch, and thank you very much.